Well, hello everybody once again for another Friday. And Finley, you're on first again, mate. I'm so impressed, so impressed. So I'm just sorting some stuff out here. Found a jacket here somewhere. This looks a bit like Alex's jacket. In fact, I think over here that this is Alex's jacket. Hello, where's your jacket over there, mate? There we go.
Thank you very much.
Stay back 2 meters. 2 meters.
meters.
Get back over there. There you go. So right. So hello everyone, and and Bobo's dancing, happy to be here. So yeah, it's great to have Alex back at last. Most of the staff are still away. We do have Mila in, but of course Alex is now back. Probably the only one who can get in without using public transport. So yes, we've got a lot to talk about today. Loads of stuff come in this week. We're kind of getting back to normal. It's great. It's amazing. So yeah, everyone's happy. You happy, Bobo? Yeah, Bobo's happy. Right, okay. Lots of people joining us already. So yeah, let's start off and see who's around. So yeah, Finley's on the ball every week now. He is almost first every time. I think 3 weeks ago you were second, Finley. But yeah, I'm so impressed. He's been sitting there all week going, come on, connect. So Brian Robson, hello there. Robert Van Buren, all the locals, all the regulars are here. So Jack Johnson, George, Michael Cooley, hello everyone. Bobo, Robert Van Buren says hello. And yeah, Robert, so I know you wanted to collect something tomorrow, but as we kind of are slowly catching up on things, I'm going to have a weekend off tomorrow. I'm going to have a long weekend off. I'm going to be off Saturday and Sunday and Monday. It's going to be amazing. It is going to be amazing. I'm tempted to join you. I am tempted to join you. It's going to be crazy busy on Tuesday, but yeah, I'm so looking forward to just having a few days off. So I hope everyone is well. I hope no one's caught the lurgy as yet. And apologies if people have been trying to ring this afternoon. We've had problems with our phone all day long. It started off being really, really crackly. Couldn't quite hear people, and then it just kind of cut off. And every now and again, we just hear the phone go brrr, and then stop. And so we phoned the phone company, and they're coming to fix it all, but not until Tuesday. So for pretty much the whole day, no one's been able to contact us. But it doesn't matter now. We're closed over the weekend anyway now. So yeah, apologise if you have been trying to get through to us. Tim Shady's there. He says my Friday entertainment has started. Yeah, and mine. Ottar's there. Hello, Ottar. I hope all is well over there, my friend. He says, hey, Friday is saved. This PropDog alive. Yeah. Dean Thurman. Hello, mate. I hope all is well. Timmy Taylor's there. Adam says, can you please talk about mental dice? Thank you. Funnily enough, we have a mental dice just over here. Yeah. So mental dice, it is a great product. The original one was Marc Antoine's. That was a brilliant product. Then Murphy's come up with their mental dice, and I know there's a big hoo-ha about who came up with it. Did they? How did they come up with the idea? Well, it's Tony Anverdi who came up with the original concept, and there's all this stuff back and forward, and I'm staying well out of the whole thing. But yeah, it's in. Because it's been so difficult to get a hold of, we just thought we'd get a load of them, and we've got a lot. So we're not going to run out this time. We've got enough to last quite some time after everybody else hopefully sells out of them as well. So a bit of an investment, but it's worth it. And yeah, we have it. And if you don't know what it is, do check out the trailer. They are sealed units. I don't want to open one up and start playing around with it because they're expensive products. Once I do that, somebody's going to get one that's not a brand new one, and I don't want to be keeping one as a demo. It's not worth it. We don't get enough walking customers for it. But yeah, it is totally brilliant, totally insane. I kind of prefer this newer Murphy's or Tony Anverdi's version than Marc Antoine's, in that the gimmick is actually quite small and very easily to palm and read. And you get the color options on it, although I think Marc is improving his as well with some new features too. But yeah, that is mental dice. It is awesome, and it is back in stock and available at last, ready to be shipped. In fact, we've been shipping them out all day today. I want to clarify a little bit about the originality of this. Go. Because although it says Tony Anverdi, I did a bit of Googling last night, and apparently the first person to do a dice that would read which way up it was a guy called Howard Pulfer, who did it a good 5 or so years before Tony Anverdi published his. And I think Tony Anverdi actually referenced him. So there you go. And what Tony Anverdi didn't do is what Marc Antoine did, which was come up with that neat little reader. Yeah. Because I think part of the genius is the fact that the numbers are in different colour, which relate to the dice. So that's quite a clever Marc Antoine's version was really good because you could just put your deck of cards in your pocket there, and it would just kind of be there, and you kind of casually look down and get it. But the addition to the palmable one is I don't know. I think it's a bit of an improvement in many ways because nothing worse than performing to your audience down here and having to look down here, then look back up again. I like the idea of having something. Just palmable as you're talking like that. You say, just go and pick, and you can kind of see what's going to go on. You go, just get that kind of look a bit easier. So my personal preference would be that one. The other one isn't available at the moment anyway, so difficult to get hold of. So also back in stock, is Rubicon, which we'll be talking a little bit about later on. We're going to be doing a bit of a review with that with Jason. Well, let's catch up with the comments first, and then we'll go on with a few other bits and bobs up there.
Does it still make the noise? The box makes noise when you open it, doesn't it? It do.
Oh, hang on, what was that? Lights went off on the button there. Oh. Oh, do you know what? I didn't know he did that.
Yeah, it's genius. It's genius. Very good product. Very good
Some
product.
could say genius. Some could say, well, it's 269 quid. It probably would have only been £250 had they packed it in a regular plain box. So you're probably paying 20.
Yeah, but you can use the box again, can't you? And you can open up anything. Anyone, if you're going to give anyone a birthday present, you've got the ideal box to get them.
If you could re-record,
if you're proposing to someone, you've got to propose to someone, you could put their engagement ring in there, and I could go.
I bought you a mental dice. Haha! Only kidding. I just want to marry you instead.
Or maybe you had to buy. We could excuse the fact for buying the mental dice in order for the proposal. You see, you've got an excuse for spending the time.
Can you reprogram the noise?
I don't know.
Because you could reprogram the noise to say something like, oi, get your hands out, or something, and have it as a cookie jar, or you could have it as a little money box when you put some money in, and it says, woohoo, about time you fed me, or something.
I reckon there's another use for that.
Swear box. Right, okay. Brett Davies, he says, hello, Dave and Bobo. Thanks for the mystery order. Arrived today. Oh, good to hear you got it. Yeah, so the mystery order for Brett was a review. We sent out, if you remember the end of last week, I said there was going to be 4 products sent out to different people for reviewing. I did choose those people. Now, I said I was going to choose it randomly, and I did, but I realised a few of you were in the States, and I did take it off the States. I didn't use you in the States. Nothing to do with shipping or anything like that, purely because of the time it's taking for things to get to the States at the moment. So if I send it out to you in the States, you will possibly be looking at anywhere between 3 weeks and 7 or 8 weeks to get it, which is just too long to wait for the review. So unfortunately, if you were in the States, which a few of you were when I randomly picked them, I did sort of cross you off and choose somebody else who was in the UK purely because of time. And I understand a lot of you actually haven't got those products yet already. So yeah, there were 4. I did actually send an additional 1 to somebody else as well. So there were 5 of you. You know who you are. And yeah, no hurry on getting the reviews back to us, just whenever you get a moment, and then we'll feature them on one of the lives as we go. So yeah, George is there. George Grayson, he says hello. Sean Mack, Andrew Corrigan, James Wonder, Jake Allen, Pete Meacham, people in store.
Hey,
people in store, person in store. Well, yeah, I suppose people in store. Yeah, yeah. It's just nice to see a face. Got someone to talk to. It's amazing. Brett says hello, Alex as well. PropDog says I'm happy to be here too. I'm guessing that's Jason at home. So either that or Mila joined us as well. George Grayson says thanks for the levitation device parts. Yeah. So guys, any of you who in the past have bought the levitation device, I think I've got one here somewhere. There we are. Inside the levitation device, you've got your little snapper thing, and what we have found for no particular reason is the little nipple thing. If I can just get it out.
A tiny little pin within.
Yeah. See, I think the nipple's falling out of this one. Yeah, the nipple's actually out of this one. That's why I can't open it. Yeah. No, use that one. It's fine. Use that. So I'll go across to the close-up cam.
See the hole?
There we go. No, that's not the close-up cam. That's the phone. There we go. That's the one over there. So in here, there's you'll see a little hole just there. Okay. Now that hole usually has a little nipple on it. In fact, I think there's another one here. Let's just see. No, that's one taken out. Oh, here we go. Yeah. So we are. There's another one over here. So if any of you guys have this, okay, and there is a little nipple thing just there, okay. Now, if that little nipple thing comes out or breaks off, please do let us know. We will send you some more of these. So as that goes down, it snaps, and that's what makes your bang. But it turns out that about 10% of customers, the nipple has actually broken off, as this one, which was returned to us by somebody, has. It's actually quite difficult to open without the nipple on it. There we are. So, Bobo, come on, you come away from there. You keep pressing buttons on the screen. That's it, you got there. So if it has broken, let us know. Don't throw it away. Don't go, oh, that's 20. Oh, that's 10 quid wasted. Just tell us, and we will send you a couple more, as we have done with a few people. We don't know why they're breaking. We contacted the company, and they said, oh, it happens. I'm like, well, that's bloody great, because some people have said it's broken after the first go. So all future ones, when they come back in, will be sent out with a couple of spares. And if you do get it, let me know. To get the nipple out, inside is a heat glue. Okay, so all you have to do is to put a hairdryer on it, heat it up a little bit, and it will just come out, or you can wedge it off, and when you get the new one, heat up the new one. So just put a lighter under it, or put it on if you've got a ceramic heater hob, just put it on cool for a couple of seconds till it's hot. Pick up with a pair of pliers or tweezers, put it in there, and it will just melt into place, and it'll be perfect. Make sure you get it the right way around. There's 2 ways to go around, but just follow whichever way you take it out, put it back in the same way. Yeah. It will still work the other way, but it's not quite as good.
But basically, the thing about hot glue is obviously if you can melt it again, it will stick again, so you don't have to worry about buying anything or anything else.
Exactly.
It's very easy.
Yeah, perfect with the hairdryer. Right. So Brian Robson says, "Hey Bobo." George Grayson says, "Alex."
Oh, Andrew Tigley's all right. Andy, you haven't bought anything today. I was worried you might have.
Yeah, you're right.
Good. Yeah. Welcome. Good to see you. Good to hear from you.
Yeah, Andy's one of the person we sent somebody for a review for, by the way.
Right, okay.
Yeah. So Otto says, those bookshelves must be a heck of a long way back if that's 2 meters. It's 2 meters. 2 meters. Trust me, we played around with this Otto, and if we were exactly 2 meters, then the camera would be right at the back of the room just to be able to fit us in, because we are literally over here like this. And, hello, Alex!
Hey!
So, yeah, for the sake of any official people that are watching, that's 2 meters. Yes, don't breathe on me. We would be wearing our face masks, but we sold out face masks again. It's unbelievable. So we got a load more face masks in, and they sold straight back out. The thing is, I don't want to order too many, because sooner or later everyone will either have their face masks and won't order any more, or the whole thing will be lifted, the lockdown will be lifted, no one will be wearing them, so I'm just kind of ordering them in.
Unless we've got some surgeons. Have we got any surgeons who happen to be?
Could be magic surgeons, yeah.
Could be magic surgeons.
Yeah. I'm only ordering them 5,000 at a time. Every time I order 5,000, they sell out in a day, so, yeah. Right, where are we? Robert Van Buren says, hi Alex, welcome back. Andy Ray, welcome back Alex. Hi Dave and Bobo. Good morning, Andy. David Harris says, hi all. John Billett. John Gorner says, hi, welcome back Alex. Dave Bonnie, afternoon chaps. Hello Dave, I hope all is well my friend. Dave, James Doherty says, afternoon young David, and afternoon young James. Sandy Wilson, good afternoon from blustery Edinburgh, Dave and Alex, and good afternoon from blustery Twickenham as well, because it's bloody windy out there, isn't it? Yeah. So
I do like Edinburgh though.
Edinburgh's a beautiful place. Beautiful place. Probably one of the most beautiful places in the UK. John Billett says, hello mate. He says, just sent an email about drinking the news and food colouring. Okay, yeah, interesting to read that. I will read that afterwards. Jonas Carlson says, hi David. Woo, Alex. Roy Brownlow, Wonder Card review by Wonder Magic. Wonder Card. Do we have Wonder Card in?
No, I think is that fairly. Jason, where are you? Get on
it, Jason. Write it down, Jason.
I think that might be coming.
That's something you can do from home.
I think I have seen it on Murphy's. I'm not sure if it's out yet. Or we missed it. I don't think we could have missed it.
Well, sometimes these things pop up, and I have a quick look at the trailer. I look at it and go, no way am I going to stock that. And it just passes by in one ear, out the other, and I forget all about it. So it might be one of those ones that I've looked at and just said no. Any new kids magic from Michael Crawley?
Yes.
Ooh, yeah, no, we'll be talking a little bit about it. In fact, Jason's got a review for it. It's Do As I Do Plumes, so that will be talked about in just a little while. We'll get on with some comments first.
We got it's new. We haven't had it before.
And that as well, yeah.
It's a download, but I personally prefer DVDs. We're talking about this, weren't we? Because you get the menus, it's much easier.
And we'll get one of those sent off to Jason, and Jason can do a review of that from home as well. So let's sort that out on Tuesday, yes. Robert Van Duren, what time are you working till tonight? We'll probably be here till about 5:30. Usually during the lockdown, on my own, I'd have been here late, but now everyone, well, not everyone's back, now Alex is back. It's a case of I'm going to go home as early as I can to make sure I get as long a weekend as I can, because I've got a whole weekend off. Come on.
I don't, Robert, if it's not going to be too much after 5:30, I don't mind hanging around. But
yeah, let us know when you want to come.
Let us know, because I don't want to be here at 9 o'clock.
You can always come to my place actually if you really want to pick it up tonight. I live maybe about 30 seconds up the road, so you know, literally 30 seconds, in fact less than 30 seconds. So you're always welcome if you want to just knock at my door. Just drop us an email and I'll give you the address.
But obviously let your friends and family know where you're going should anything happen to you whilst you're at Dave's.
Eddie Merritt says good morning from Los Angeles, and good morning, well, good afternoon from sunny, windy, blustery Twickenham. So Jack Johnson, any good resources for adding comedy to your magic, books or videos? Yeah, there's quite a few out there. The David Jing comedy textbook is a great one.
David Roper.
In fact, I think that's just been discontinued. I remember seeing it on that discontinued list. So yeah, we might have one copy left. But David Gin Comedy Textbook is a great one. There's some great things on there. In fact, just search for comedy and book on the website. It should bring up all the comedies out there.
Just got a visual comedy thing. One. I mean, to be honest, I think the best way of ever sort of being funny is to hang around with funny people, or just watch lots of comedy.
Well, I'm shit out of luck, then, aren't I? Okay.
And I think you'll pick it up and you'll start thinking a little bit the way that they do. So I guess just watching a lot of general comedy is always a good...
Yeah, just you can download gazillions of podcasts or YouTube clips now of just comedy shows, live comedy, watch all that, and you just kind of pick up on things. And it's one of those things that your brain just starts working in a funnier way. And then when you start to try and sit down and think and write comedy, you know, the lines start coming to you. But either that or hire a comedian to write some lines and some one-liners and help you out. You know, there's a lot of comedians out there looking for work there. They'll do it one-on-one with you over the internet now. Over the, what's the, not Skype, the other one, the new one. Zoom, yeah, you can do Zoom stuff with comedians now, and they can help you out on it.
There are lots of books on to doing stand-up comedy, of course, which will explain joke structure.
Yeah, absolutely.
And things like that, so things like bug pulls and so on.
There's a book I have called The Comedy Writing Bible, which was really, really good as well. I found that a great help. So yeah, just go on Amazon, search for that, The Comedy Writing Bible.
It takes time. It takes time. That's the other thing. You know, I think
and a lot of trial and error.
Comedians write one joke in a very long time, and they only have little material. It takes a long time.
A lot of comedians, they basically spend an enormous amount of time writing hundreds and hundreds of lines and scripts. They take them out onto these open nights where there's not going to be a big crowd, and they just do one or two very quick one-liners and just test them out. And if they get good reactions, they keep them in. If they don't, they get rid of them, and they just whittle down all the crap, because you can write something that you think is hilarious and you do it in the real world and it dies a death. So yeah, hope that helps a bit, but I'm by no means an expert in comedy, so you know, I wouldn't take our advice for it. We can just, you know, recommend a few things that we have, but yeah, do speak to a comedian. There's plenty of them out there who are more than happy to help out.
Andy Ray, chip in.
Yeah. Adam Smith says, hi Dave, face masks turned up this week. They are ace, thank you. You're most welcome. Scott Farrington, hope you guys are well. Once again, thank you so much for my order. Absolutely in love with the charming Chinese challenge. Isn't it great? Good. Great little routine that is. Yeah, pretty much underestimated. Hello me, says Jason. Andrew Corrigan, I've just ordered the Haunted Key. I don't suppose you could give a demo of it. I understand if you can't, being so busy. So Andrew, I don't actually do Haunted Key. I know how it works, and I could probably pick one up and do it. But the new Haunted Key came in, and I looked at it and I thought, Haunted Key, I'm not really a fan of this. No one really buys these things, do they? I mean, who uses Haunted Key? I mean, would it really sell? So I got 3 of them in, and they sold out in 10 minutes.
10 minutes,
10 minutes they sold out. So they've all gone, been sold out, and been packaged and posted. So I haven't even got one here to show you, unfortunately. So yeah, see, I'm still learning, and all these years of magic, and yeah, what do I know? Michael Brimmer says, hi guys, hope you're both well. We are indeed. I've not been liking these actually. Steve Lawrence says, hi guys. Ian Smith, hi guys. Why do you and the rest of the PropDog community think? So who do you think the rest of the PropDog community would win a fight between Mental Dice 2 by Marc Antoine and Mental Dice by Tony Anverdi? Enjoy your well-earned weekend off. So who would win a fight? I mean, what do you mean by Marc Antoine himself? Murphy's Magic and Punch Up? No.
Is Tony Anverdi still alive? Because he was around the 60s, 70s, wasn't he?
I doubt it very much. Yeah, that wouldn't be very fair, would it? Yeah. So I don't know. Actually, I've seen it and I've played with it and I go, that's great. But I've not worked it. I've not gone out in the real world. Personally, I prefer this one. But there might be people out there that have been working the old Mental Dice that will say, no way, that's better. So I'm not really qualified. This has come in since I've not been gigging. Okay, well, I rarely ever gig, and I certainly wouldn't put anything new in my gigs now. So I can only explain this is from a dealer who's taken it out, played it with it, and go, oh my God, this is amazing. I can't take for the real world, so it wouldn't be fair for me to give you a biased opinion on it. I really wouldn't know. I personally prefer that one. Which one would you prefer?
I haven't seen Marc Antoine's one.
But I haven't played with Marc Antoine's.
I can't fault that, really. I mean, it does exactly what it's meant to do incredibly well.
Well, Marc's version I played with about 2.5, 3 years ago when it first came out, and only played with it a little bit, and then I didn't play with this till about 2 years later. So it's a long gap between the two. If I had them side by side, I'd maybe give you a better idea. I would suggest you go on the forums and have a word then, and you'll see several opinions from people who have probably worked it in the real world and be able to give you much better advice. Gerald says, Hey Dave, is it possible to put a small magnet on the inside of your little hand, or much better without the magnet? Planning to order today. Right, I've been asked this a ton of times, Gerald. The little hand gimmick was designed not to be used with a magnet. So Michael and Mars version uses a magnet, okay? So I say Michael and Mars, but yeah, it's kind of Michael and Mars version.
Was it Bob Farmer?
Bob Farmer come up with the original one. So we have a licensing agreement with Bob Farmer. We give £1 to a children's toys charity in Hounslow for every single one of these we sell. I personally came up with mine independently before I even knew anything about the other ones, and way before Michael and Mars version. And we've got video proof, and this went back and forward with Bob, which is why he lets me do it without giving him royalties, but to a charity. Now, the idea with this one is that you don't need a magnet of any kind, okay? It doesn't matter whether you've got a coin or a ring or whatever, it will claw something into your hand like that, and then you're clean to go away. Now, if you put a magnet in it, you're kind of limited to anything that's magnetic. So if someone gives you a ring or a £1 or £2 coin, you can't do anything with it. You can only do it with a steel coin. So the old, sorry, the 1p's, 20p's, 10p's, not 50p. But yeah, it's if you put a magnet in it, it'll look weird. Some people just glue a magnet on it, but you really don't need to. There's absolutely no need. I mean, yeah, you might get it a little bit faster on it, but there's no need, because if you do it too fast, they don't really get to see it. Whereas if you're here, you get to see it. Come, in fact, do you want to get on the close-up one over there? I'll show you on the close-up one. Bob, there. Come on. So iPhone one over there. There we go. So once you've got your coin over there, you come across like this, and it's just going to come out like that, and it's going to claw it in, and then you're clean like that. Okay, so that is the handling of it. So yeah, we could put one in with a mold on it, but the problem is we're putting it into the mold, because of the way the mold is, chances are it's going to stick through the back of the hand. It will be really hard to get one right in there. So what we'd have to do is to actually then drill away part of the hand and glue one in. It's an awful lot of work that doesn't need to be doing. If you want to put a magnet on it, I would suggest just glue or blue tack it on there, and then paint it skin color if you want to do it. But as I said, you really don't need to. A lot of people who have thought they needed a magnet on it, once I've seen the handling and I've showed it them, they said, oh, I get it, I don't need to.
And also, yeah, obviously, like Dave said, you're limiting yourself to what you can use. So
absolutely, yeah. Roy Brownlow says, Wonder Car by Wonder Magic Makers? Question mark. Right,
Jason.
so yeah, Peter Burke, afternoon guys. Josh Cayford, hello everybody. Josh on his account, not his mum's account. Kenny Cadabra says, Mental Dice. Wow, I didn't know you had it. Can you send mine out tonight? If you bought it, Kenny, then it's already been sent. If you're going to order it now, we've got no chance, I'm afraid. The post office is well, no, actually the post office is still open, but it'll be closed by the time we even got there. So yeah, we wouldn't be able to send it out tonight, unfortunately. Dean says, is it possible to talk about Extreme Burn with the new notes? It is possible, Dean. Yeah, all you need to do when you make it is, opposed to folding it, is to slice it down, okay, the middle, and then use a better rubber cement. So rather than using Elmer's, you use the Eva Stick Green, not compact adhesive, impact adhesive, and that's from
Alan Robinson.
Alan Robinson, yeah, who's given us those tips. Thanks for that, Alan, if you're watching. George Grayson says, bye, save, got to go, sorry.
Oh.
See you later, George. Adam says, thank you for taking out the dice, or sorry, thank you for talking about the dice. Can you show your fidget cards, please? Right, okay, so this is another thing I'm going to be talking about, fidget cards. So, or should I say the Fidget Deck? A few of you may have seen the Facebook post we put up there with an advert for Fidget Deck. Okay, so we were contacted by a magician in the UK who says, you guys got to see this. This is great. A guy in America has got this brilliant Fidget Deck called the Fidget Deck. We spoke with him. He agreed to give us the exclusive on it, and we were going through the process. We hadn't bought them physically. We were just putting them on pre-sale, getting ready to ship them to us. And it turns out that there's a bit of a thing going on with this. Okay, so the fidget cards are a combination pretty much of two existing effects that are already out there, and those effects, I mean, Revolution is one of them. You'll see as soon as you watch the video, and there's another effect as well, and those two creators have been trying to stop Derek, who's created the Fidget Flight, from releasing it. It's a bit of a hoo-ha. They're accusing it of theft. Derek's saying, well, this is my independent creation, it shouldn't be. There's too much political stuff going on, so we withdrew the product. We'd only sold one at the time. That was refunded and sent back out. But if you want to see what it is, I'm going to show you a quick video of what Fidget Deck is, coming up now. There we go. Isn't that insane? I mean, it just looks amazing. And yeah, we were going to have pretty much exclusive UK rights to sell it, but it's just not worth the hassle that's come in. So we have withdrawn it from the site. It's no longer available. And yeah, that's pretty much the end of the line for that one. It's you know, the line's drawn for it. So yeah, unfortunately, we can't go any further than that. Right. So let me carry on. Who is next? Colin Diamond says, "Is that bell for every time they cross the 2 meter line?" The bell. Do you mean this? Well, this is our bell that Ottar created, which is the. That's our what we're going to do bell. So, is that the bell you meant, or is there another bell going on? If there's another bell somewhere, I can't hear it. So, Bobo, on your thing, if you want about that, that's to stop Bobo coming down because she doesn't like that, do you? Look. You don't like that. No, there we go. That stops it jumping down. I hate expensive packaging that you throw away. Stays in the environments for years. Yeah, I agree totally, Ivan. I've always tried to use the cheapest, most basic packaging I can with most of our products on it. Anyone who buys something like Vapor will know the kind of things, or Bliss, or you know, any of these really expensive products that have most gorgeous packaging on it, which is lovely to look at but has no use whatsoever once you take it out of the box. So always a bit of a pain. Right. Jason says, if Alex proposed to me like that, I'll be devastated. Weekend in Paris, he's got no chance. That's how far behind me I see. We're still talking about that. Good to be back on the live. How quickly does Friday come? Too quick. It's amazing. Yeah. We'll order tomorrow, Alex. Thanks again to Peter Burkett. Roy Brownlow, is that is that Rick Astley next to you, Dave?
Never gonna give you up. Never gonna. I can't remember that one. What he had a little. Was it like that? It just moved, didn't he?
Yeah, the right quiff though, didn't he? A really straight little quiff. Yeah.
I go for his helmet head, basically.
Dave, Alex and Bobo, nice to see you all together again, says Hans. Andrew Vaughan says, hi guys. Kevin Peel says, hi Dave, thanks for your kind help this week. You're most welcome, Kevin. Walters says, good afternoon, prop doggies, or fellow prop doggers. Ryan says, can you demo or review Incarnation 2? So we have got Incarnation 2. We've got this here to show you and talk about very briefly. Now, first of all, I thought the trailer was a little misleading, but in a good way. In a good way, because I didn't realise till we opened this and had a look that when you see the trailer and they say he's holding up the gimmick, in fact, when he's holding up the gimmick, and he does this amazing little thing when he goes, there it is, and then he kind of takes it off like that and shows you the card. I didn't realise that card is any card, literally any card. I just thought maybe he'd force a card when it was just a way of producing a card, but it's not. It's literally, I say to Alex, think of a card.
I can say 3
and Alex says 3 clubs. Watch this. 1, 2, whoo. There we are. Take that, and then I give Alex the 3 of clubs, and you open up, and it's a 3 of clubs. That's amazing, yeah. So yeah, Incarnation is in. It is really good. $63.99. It is quite expensive, but when you see what comes in there, as well as that, and how it's made, yeah, that's pretty damn fine, and it's 100% a worker. Yeah, absolutely a worker. So that is yeah, Incarnation 2.
There's a slight angle issue, possibly.
Not really, no, because I think you could just come here. I mean, your angles, I mean, you're good from there, pretty much all around.
There we go.
Really, yeah, your angles are brilliant.
So
Yeah.
Okay.
However, I don't think it's something you're going to get straight out of the box and do. Okay, the clip thing, yeah, you'll pick it up in 5 minutes, but there is something else inside the box that allows you to produce any named card that will take you a bit of practice to learn. So don't buy it and expect to be able to perform it that same night. It's probably going to take you 3 or 4 days to learn. Anyone can learn it. It's not hard skill. It's not sleight of handy. It's just a little bit of remembering and a little bit of logistical placement, would you say?
It's a knack. I think you'll get a muscle memory for it pretty quickly.
Absolutely,
but,
yeah. Jonas says, if that's 2 meters, I'm huge. Jonas, you are massive. Alan, and so Alan is watching. So Alan is there. Hello, gents. So just briefly, you probably saw it, Alan, saying thank you for your comments or your input on the Extreme Burn with the new notes. Colin Skinner says, yay, I've not been able to watch the last couple, so good to be back and to see you. Yeah, good to have you joining us live, Colin, but I hope you've been watching the YouTube versions later on. You haven't got to watch it live. Peter Burkett says, put my new one in a levitation device with double-sided tape. Works well, thank you. Yeah. Oh, okay, you didn't need double-sided tape, but at least it works, so that's all good. Good to get you, or good to have it working again. So Adrian Twitten's there. Says great to see Alice live again. Thanks for joining us as always, Adrian. McBurman's Mike. I presume that's Mike McBurman. So you've got wrong way around. So salutations from Montreal. Bonjour from Montreal in Montreal. Andy Tigley says ain't arrived yet, Dave. We'll do my review as soon as it arrives, mate. Been busy. Alex, wife been off. Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, there's no hurry in Andy. It's not like you've got to get it back for a certain week. Just do sort the review out, and 2 or 3 weeks, whenever you get a chance, pop it back and we'll put it on the live. Nigel Quinn says, Alex, Dave, I hope you're both well. Thanks for the PropDog t-shirt. You're most welcome, Nigel. Andrew Corrigan says, I still remember the last time I came into the shop. Bobo gave me a good bite. Wouldn't let me put her down either. Lovely bird. Yeah, Bobo doesn't physically aggressively bite as in like that. What Bobo does is to try and get on you. She wants to sort of like, she wants to come up like that. What she'll do is to use a beak like that, you see, to try and climb on. So she's not physically biting me in an aggressive way, but the mistake is when she goes to do it, people go, oh, like that, and think she's going to bite. And of course, if you pull your hand away with a little hook beak, it's quite painful, but she's never aggressive. You haven't got an aggressive bone in your body, have you? She's usually just trying to get up on somebody and say hello and give them some love. Brian says, hi from back in Denmark. Hello from Denmark. So we've got Norway, we've got Sweden and Denmark watching today. Yeah, nice. Mikkel says, good afternoon from Copenhagen. Hey, we are truly an international show. Come on.
I wonder, is Holbeck anywhere near Copenhagen? Do we know?
I don't know. Josh says, what's the best transformation with Extreme Burn 2 if you don't want to use lots of money or money at all? It's got to be up to you, really, Josh. So obviously you've got your lottery tickets. You can try Monopoly money as well. You can get some Monopoly money printed. Steve Rowe does some good notes. He does the Tyvek notes with the Charles drawn £5, £10 notes, which are good. You can do receipts as well. I know he does those. Yeah, pretty much anything you can think of. Magazine cuttings, newspaper cuttings.
Anything. You just have
blank paper.
Yeah, coloured pieces of paper.
Football tickets, lottery, game tickets, whatever.
It's the transformation that's amazing. I don't think anyone's really sort of thinking you're going to give them the £50 notes, are they? So.
Well, Andy Tingley says, my son bought me Wonder Card. It's really good. Okay, so maybe Wonder Card wasn't one of those things I looked at and ignored. I don't know. I really don't know what it is. Yeah, I have to look into it. Jason, get on it. Freddie says, random question. Are any of you football fans? Because I created a trick involving football. I'm not a huge football fan, but we are currently working with somebody already on a release of their football trick. It's been put on hold due to the lockdown, but we are doing one at the moment. So, yeah, it possibly could be very similar. We don't know. But, yeah, by all means, drop us an email. We'll have a look at it. But we'll see how they get on. I'm not such a huge fan of releasing too many other people's effects because it becomes such a nightmare to keep on top of it all. And we just talked about this earlier, wasn't we? The logistics of it all and stuff like that. But and it stops me producing my own stuff when I'm working on other people's ones. Peter says, hey, PropDog, good afternoon from Folkestone. Stephen Barry says, talking of kids' magic, do any of you sell magic that children can perform 6 years old onwards? Yeah, if you have a look on our website, we've got a category called Kids Beginner Tricks, and that's an ideal thing for those kind of age groups. Robert Van Buren says, will you be there around 5:40 to 5:45? Yeah, we'll probably be here then, still backing up. Wonder Card is currently unavailable at Murphy's. We'll try and get some in, says Jason. Josh says, what's the best kids magic to get if you're just starting out in kids magic?
Some Tommy James stuff.
Yeah.
The best thing to do is get one of the get a DVD of someone performing and watch.
Why don't you wait, Josh, till Jason's back and get Jason to talk about it on the live? That would be much better because it'd be difficult for Jason to do from home. But when he's back on the live, we can maybe get that sorted out. Plus, we've got a lot to talk about today, and we're already half an hour into it. Yeah. So yeah. And Michael says, "Comedy Magic, any John Archer DVD? Yeah, good call." Ottar says there was an older article ages ago in Genie magazine called something like "Why We Laugh at Magic." I'm ashamed to say I can't remember who wrote it, but it was a brilliant breakdown of why comedy works so well with magic. Don't be ashamed, Otto. I mean, we're not all got photographic memories. We're not all Mark Paul. Finley says, just checked, there's two comedy textbooks left in stock. Oh, there we go. Stuart Turner, Ian Keeble's book on comedy and stand-up magic is excellent. Thank you for that, Stuart. I forgot all about that.
Very expensive, though, Stuart, isn't it? Yeah. I think I've seen it. I've still got my copy, but I've seen it on eBay for £100 or something.
Hope you're well, by the way, Stu. Nice to see you again, mate. Oh, nice to see your photo on here, anyway.
That's a very flattering photo, Stuart.
It is, yeah. This is Stuart's photograph. Oh no, wrong one. Hang on, where is it? No, that one there. That's what you look like, Stuart. Nah, you look better. Liam says, "Hi, can you demonstrate Fidget Deck?" Yeah, we can't demo it because we never had it. Way too much to answer here. Drop us an email. I'll give you some advice. Anything by Silly Billy or Tommy James, and you won't go wrong. Just replying to Josh's one there. Michael Brimmer says, "Books: The Serious Guide to Joke Writing by Sally Holloway. Be a great stand-up. Make them laugh." Logan Murray. Brilliant. Thank you, Michael. See, the power of the masses again. We get together.
Logan Murray actually does a comedy course at in Holborn somewhere. So there you go. And
awesome.
He used to be teamed up with Jerry Sadowitz.
Write this down, guys. Everybody write it down.
He used to be teamed up with Jerry Sadowitz, so he knows a bit about, and he did something with Ali Cook as well.
Valuable knowledge.
He knows something about comedy and magic combining. So there you go.
Hear that?
Is that the phone?
That was our phone. That's what our phone's been doing all day. Just something weird. Daniel Ricks says, "Do not support rip-offs. This is a direct rip-off without permission for either creator. Do not support the." Yeah, we know, Daniel. We said that. Yeah. That's why we're out of it. They already stated it won't be. They won't be carrying it because they have not been aware of the issues. Thanks to PropDog for pulling it. Yeah, we pulled it as soon as we heard. Yeah, we had no idea. We were under the impression it was all good because we had a recommendation from somebody very reputable. So we decided to go with it. So as soon as we knew, Jason says, "Hi Liam, we are not stocking this due to a dispute with the creator and other inventors. Yeah, Little Hand Mini Magician was recently featured on Magic for Humans Series 3, Episode 1. Check it out. Yeah, it is on there. Charlie Robinson says, "Hi guys, good to see you, Alex back." Yeah, by the way, that's Mini Magician, by the way, not to be confused with the Little Hand Gimmick. That's Little Hand Gimmick. Mini Magician is the one that was on Justin Willman's Magic for Humans. And it's awesome.
And you do get little cards with it as well, don't you? So if you
get a little mini deck of cards, yeah. Although I think there was a little something funny going on with that clip because it seemed very convenient. He just happened to have the right card. TV Magic, yeah. Let's go for it. Hi guys, good to see Alex back. Says Charlie Robinson. Hello, buddy. George Spears is he says, "Are you likely to get any more Vanishing Ring boxes, or can you ask anyone who has heard it?" Right. So basically, you got no chance, George. So the phone again. The Vanishing Ring box hasn't been available now for about 2, nearly possibly even 3 years. Everybody asks all the time about it. It's not available. Sanz Mines had initial batch. They sold tons of them. It's a brilliant product. It's the best product they've ever brought out. I loved it. But once they sold, they've all gone, and no one's been buying it ever since. No one's been producing it ever since, and until someone produces it again, it won't be available. And we don't know whether Sanz Mines will ever produce it again. The idiots said they don't because they'll probably sell about 10,000.
David Acker has a nice way of putting a ring in a normal purse or a normal bag, and removing it in a good way in one of his books or one of his DVDs.
And there's loads of other ways, you've got any ring by Richard Sanders, any kind of, Devil's Handkerchief, all kinds of different methods of doing it. Dave, how long do you now expect any orders to get to the States? It depends state by state, Walter. Every state is different. Some people have been getting it in 2 to 3 weeks, other people 7 to 8 weeks. Some people have been waiting 10 weeks now. They are getting there. But it's all in the hands of the US Postal Service, I'm afraid. There's nothing we can do once it's left here. You just got to wait, Otter. Just got to wait, Walter, sorry. Otter says, dude in the Fidget Deck video looks like the keyboardist in Rammstein. Didn't know that. I have no idea what he looks like. Ricky Marks, good afternoon, guys. Hello, bud. I hope all is well. Daniel Rick says, shame. Yeah, shame. I guess that's Fidget Deck. Roy Banner says, "I've got my one Direction." Thanks for your honesty, Dave. You're most welcome, Roy. Walter says, "Welcome back, Alex." John Billett, guys, has anyone tried to change the colour of the water that comes back out of the Gimmick? I've just ordered one and was wondering if there's any way I could put food colouring into the bag and have that change colour of the exiting water. It's exciting water. Exiting water. The water would be excited if you had colour change. Would the angles be all wrong, and would the colouring come out at the wrong time? I have no idea. I have heard of people doing it, but I've never looked into it any further than that.
I would try something like Crystal Light, which is little granules that you could probably put in the bag, and they'll colour the water. Okay. So this is something that I was playing around with to pour different coloured drinks from the same glass of water because there'd be different flavours. Yeah. So that might work. So Crystal Light, get it on Amazon or eBay or wherever you want. I'll try that.
Awesome. Right, nice to be watching PropDog Live and looking forward to Alex's book review. Are you doing a book review?
I am doing a book review.
Well, as soon as we caught up with these comments then, guys, right, so there was a lot to get through today. We've got some other things, things to talk about. So, guys, no more comments for now. Let's just keep that quiet because we've already done 45 minutes. It's going to be a longer show. Yeah, 45 minutes, and we still got 3 reviews. No, 2 reviews to go by Jason and the book review as well. So, yeah, no more comments for a little while, please, while we catch up. So, Scott Farrington says, how do you get the deck of cards inside a bottle like the ones behind you? Would love to be able to make them. Is it hard to do? Next time you come in, Scott, ask me about it. I'll show you how to do it. Chris says, Dave, do you keep many close-up pads in stock, or should I wait for things to get back to normal? Chris, we've got a whole load in stock of all different sizes and shapes, and we custom make them to order. I've made a pad today already. In fact, I made a pad yesterday as well. So yeah, it's no problem making them. Just yeah, place whatever in order you want now, and we are all good to go. Pennsylvania here. I don't know Pennsylvania, Walter. You're the only person I posted something to Pennsylvania for. Most of the customers New York, Florida, and California. PropDog, we always have a good stock in the shop, Chris. But if you want something specific, yeah, that's just Jason going on about that. Chris, thanks, Jason. Robert Van Buren, see you later then. Yeah, no problem, Robert. We'll hang on for you then, mate. Steve Lawrence, at least the traffic won't be bad. Steve Lawrence says, Dave, would you be able to print money with my face instead of the Queen's? The legal implications? Yes. So we cannot print any money. One, the scanner won't scan it in. Photoshop won't edit it, and the printer won't print it unless you remove all the algorithms, and it's so much work to do that. Even when I do that, again, we can get in trouble. So we got in trouble just by selling jumbo £2 coins because the design on it was copyrighted. So yeah, it's just not worth getting. We've had a cease and desist from the Royal Mint. If I get another one, we'll be in trouble. So we can't. Ifty says, hi all, bit late, but great to be here. Good to see you again, Ifty. Michael says, Holdback is about 50 kilometers from Copenhagen. Oh, not too bad. 2 meters, it's only about that far away, yeah. Andy Dingley says, I was a comedy magician for 30 years ago. Lots of comedy involved. There you go. Ottar says, so basically on the other side of Denmark. Nick Lear, Comedy Magic, Mel Mellers DVD. Yeah, good call. And we've got a new Mel Mellers book coming in as well. We're going to be doing that exclusively via Mel. Eddie Grant says, how's it going, lads?
Very well.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, thanks, Eddie. Hope you're well too. He says, welcome back, Alex. Kato says, maybe the Fidget Deck creator will make an agreement with Greg Wilson someday. I don't think so. I think he's been in contact with them already. It's not going to be happening. Pete Meacham says, Alex, how dare you stop stroking Bobo? Yeah. Yeah. Jonas says, the first thing adding comedy to your magic should be, in my opinion, is to find out if you're funny in the first place. And in what way you are funny, if you are funny. Secondly, you might think about what sort of comedy you would like to add to your magic. Funny lines, yeah, physical slapstick, etc. Yeah, good call, yeah. I mean, look at Woody Allen. He was never really a comedy character, but he's brilliant on screen. Brian Robson, funny that Sanz might stop making one effect that actually done well. Yeah, or done what the trailer showed. Yeah, isn't that bizarre, yeah. Sean McCarthy says, hi guys. Do you know what the quality of the Rose 2.0 by Bonsall is like? I'm looking to add Rose production to the routine of my act, and I want to do something realistic that won't fall apart after 3 shows. Right, have we got one there? Do you want to get one out? Well, while I'm reading the rest of the comments, if you want to get one, we'll get one and show you, Sean. This is the advantage of a live show, you see, but you can get to see it live on camera. Sean Mack, can I ask the masses the effect to a deck that gets the fanned hen shrinks? Fanned... I think he means that, right then. Can I ask the masses the effect to a deck that gets fanned, then shrinks, I think it was done BGT last year. Can anyone tell me? You've been asking around. Yeah, it's diminishing deck. We have a copy in stock. If you have a look on the website, just search for diminishing, is it diminishing returns? I think it's diminishing returns. Yeah, we've got one in stock. Go and get them on the shelf. We'll get one of those as well. Massachusetts. Not sure about Massachusetts, Walter. Unfortunately, I couldn't tell you anyway. I mean, even if you said how long to a certain state, I really wouldn't know. All I know is different people had different times. I can't remember which was which. Oh, Jason's already said diminishing deck, Sean. Yeah, it's on that racking somewhere over there.
We've got too much stock, Dave.
Yeah, I know. Get rid of some. Let's give it all away. Andy says, stay away from credit car. So many tricks the same without paying loads for a no gimmick trick. Okay. Daniel Ricks, yay book review. John Billett, thanks Alex. Ottar says, hey Cash. Is Cash on? Did I miss Cash? Where's Cash? Sean Mac, Tar, of course. Chris Gillender says, cool, thanks, Dave. Hey, Tar. Hi, folks. Oh, Cash is on there. Hello, buddy.
Cash.
I hope all is well. Miss you. Jason says, hey, buddy, hope you're well. Jack Johnson just ordered comedy textbook. Yeah, good call. Have we got Rose 2.0?
That's Rose 2.0.
Okay, do you want to show it? Did you find Diminishing Returns?
No, I didn't know. It's definitely up there somewhere because I have seen it recently.
In a second. Right, let's go across to this and we can show you what the Rose 2.0 is like. Here we go.
Oh, we're going to have to open it up. It's well packaged. Oh, I see.
Yeah, it's a multiplying one.
Yeah,
it's kind of like a nesting ones, but row. So yeah, if you want to push it all back into place. Dean was the one who used to perform this all the time. He raved about it.
It's got a flash on it.
Yeah, you got your little flasher on it, so you can basically do like that to like the flash stuff. And if you want to start pulling them out,
so you just pull out.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, there you go. There's one. There's two.
There is another.
Yeah, I can't remember the exact method of pulling them all out, so there you go.
I think that's pretty, well, seems well made to me.
So that is Rose 2.0. So isn't this great on a live show that we can just get something out and just show someone what it is? This is one of the few things you can actually show the gimmicks without having to worry about exposing too much.
You're never going to make that.
Yeah.
They're nice cloth. They're cloth rather than paper actually as well. So
yeah. Yeah, good quality, good quality. Freddie says, can you tell me about Spirit Slates? I'm doing a BGT Act next year and hoping to combine the Spirit Slate effect with a spread wave, provided Matthew Bitch replies to my letter. What do you want to know about them, Freddie? It's difficult. So if you want to drop us an email, we can take some videos and pictures and show you what they are if you want. That's the best thing to do. Josh says, what's the best magic wallet in both your opinions with a good effect and practical? For me, it's always going to be the Plus wallet. Not just because we own the rights to the Plus wallet, but the reason I bought the whole JOL stuff from Jerry in the first place was because of the Plus wallet. I was such a fan of it. I use it in all my lectures. I've been using it for years. And when Jerry, was ill and not, doing well, I mean, I'd asked Jerry dozens of times over the years to buy the rights to it, and we eventually took it over because of that. So, my opinion, hands down, the best effect. But it's down to personal choice. I mean, that's me. If you watch my video, my lecture, even the trailer for it, you'll see the kind of things I do with it. And other people can do great things with other wallets as well. So that's just my opinion.
Yeah, it's trying to think of different.
Get other people's opinions as well, though.
I mean, because the Plus, I mean, I don't know, but you can use it as a normal wallet. And I use the hip wallet for my normal wallet. And you can put a card. You can do card to wallet. You can do ring to wallet. You can do.
My everyday wallet is a hip wallet. Yeah.
And I'm trying to think of other wallet effects you might.
Yeah, I mean, you got things like the How wallet, the Workers' Dream wallet, you got the Himba wallet, the Caps wallet. There's so many different ones out there. The Foreseen wallet. There's all kinds of ones that have all different effects. I haven't seen it yet, but the new Danny Weiser one is apparently really good as well. We just haven't been able to get hold of one, so that's worth looking into. James Shin says, yes, indeed, the Plus wallet, soft, large is great. Finley says the Plus wallet is great. Ben Cook says, hello. Simon Keane, Mental Dice. When will the LED... Will the LED display fit in the end of a card box? Yes, I believe it will. Hello again, says Jason, says Walter. Pete Meacham, I'm sure Dean did a Rose production manipulation a while ago. Yeah, he did. It is on the one of the live shows. If you go to YouTube and search in Rose 2.0 PropDog Live, you'll probably find it on there. The Rose 2.0 is amazing. I highly recommended adding it to my minute routine. This is Charlie Robinson. Bobo, look, pack it in. Yeah. Bit too ambitious on that one. I lost the place now. The Plus wallet hasn't left my pocket since I bought it. It's amazing, says Ottar. And Stuart President says Guy Chef something or other. That may be where Boba landed on the keyboard. She said something similar. Andrew Corrigan says, I bought a JOL card sleeve for Packet Tricks and it's brilliant. Plus 2 slots on the outside for extra effects. Brilliant. We caught up with things. Right, excellent. So, first of all, we're going to go across to Jason and we're going to be talking a bit about Rubicon, okay? So, Rubicon is...
Should we let him do it first? Then try the packet.
Yeah. So, this is Rubicon 2.0. No, it is. It's Rubicon 2.0. So over to Jason to talk about Rubicon 2.0.
Hello guys, Jason here with another PropDog review. I can't believe it's Friday again. Hope you're all well. Now, I was recently very excited when I saw an advert from Murphy's Magic talking about Rubicon 2.0. Now, for those of you that don't know, Rubik's Cube Magic alongside children's magic is probably one of my favourite forms, and I have most of the items that are on the market currently. My wife is nodding her head behind the camera. So when I saw Rubicon 2.0, I thought, wow, this must be incredible. This must be amazing. So we ordered some. Now, Rubicon was the first Rubik's Cube product I bought, I believe, 5 or 6 years ago. And around that time, it was about $350. So it was not cheap. Okay. And with Rubicon, you were able to, it was I believe the first matching cube effect with a gimmick, and it was brilliant. It was brilliant for its time. Now since then, Henry Harris has come along with Venom Cube and made something that I deem to be a better solution for the same effect. Subsequently, I've sold my original Rubicon. But what was good, or what they've claimed to be good about Rubicon 2.0 is that this whole effect by Greg Wilson has been redeveloped and redesigned and made better, streamlined. So I was disappointed to receive this. And it's basically Rubicon 1. There's no designation on any part of the box that says it's the 2.0 version, so straight away it's confusing for anybody that buys it from us, and we don't want that. They talk in the exclusive dealer video that we get about how the cube has been redesigned. Now this is the Rubicon 2 cube. The problem with the first one is it was quite clunky, and as you can hear, this one still is quite clunky. They have solved a small problem in terms of how this pairs with the gimmick. I don't want to go into any more than that without giving away the method, but they have made the whole move that you need to do work slightly better. But the cubes, for something that's been redeveloped and redesigned from the ground up, I was expecting something a lot better. What I was expecting was the kind of speed cube that you get in most Rubik's Cube effects. So, for instance, this is the one that you get in Venom Cube, so it enables the one-handed solve that you do at the end of the routine to be done much easier because the cube moves more fluidly and you don't have as much clunkiness, and the chance of things going wrong, I think, is lessened. Now, this is what I was expecting Rubicon 2 to have, would be a nice cube built from the ground up. If it had that, I think it would be comparable with Venom Cube. Now, that's not to say this is a bad product. What you're getting are all of the initial Rubicon videos on the website that you have to sign into, plus you get the Rubicon 2.0 video, which is a new video filmed by Greg and a friend of his where he does the routine and then explains it in very good detail. You also get additional routines from a couple of magicians in the States that show their routine and then talk about how it's done. Is it worth buying Rubicon 2.0? It's a tough one. I would suggest, I still believe that Venom Cube is the better option, but there are a couple of reasons why you might want to go with Rubicon over Venom Cube. Firstly, they've reduced the price from $350 to $200. So it's much more in line with where Venom Cube's at. So they're obviously trying to compete with the market leader. Secondly, the gimmick for Rubicon will either work 100% or fail 100%. There won't be any deviation between the two. So if it works, it's going to work. Whereas anyone that knows Venom Cube will know that if one of the gimmicks doesn't play ball, for want of a better phrase, you might get a bit stuck. So there's one reason for Rubicon being a possibility for you. The second reason, I think it's not really a great reason, but it is a reason. The one-handed solve that I just performed for you is the one-handed solve that Gregory teaches on Rubicon. It's by far the best one-handed solve I've seen. I'm just going to get it back into that position for you so you can see exactly how the cube looks. There's a couple of reasons why I think that. One is because it looks like a mixed up cube. Most one-handed solves you'll do will be 3 or 4 moves away and there'll be huge chunks of colour that you can't really display cleanly. This is the Rubicon one-handed solve as it's set, and I genuinely believe it's the best one. I still use it in every Rubik's Cube routine I do. So yeah, bit disappointed that it wasn't a complete rebuild like they promised, but for the price now, I think it is worth considering if you are on the verge of buying Venom Cube. Do check out Rubicon. The routine's great. The performances are good. The reactions are very, very impressive. And yeah, it's a viable purchase if you don't already have Venom Cube. If you have the original Rubicon, no way. There's no point. Don't buy it again. In fact, I believe you get the video updates even if you have the original, because I did. So yeah, so that's Rubicon 2.0. If you do buy it from us, please bear in mind that it will come in the original Rubicon box, and there will be no reference to Rubicon 2.0 in this box whatsoever. Hope you've enjoyed the review. I will see you again in the shop soon. Au revoir.
Au revoir,
Au revoir.
Jason. So continental.
We're very
So much
cultured.
style. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, so that was a Rubicon. Oh no, not 2.0. Yeah. So yeah, a couple of other things as well. We now do the Rubicon, well, not the Rubicon, the Rubik's Cube shell holder as well. So if you do have a Rubicon or any device that uses any kind of shell, not the Rubicon is a shell, of course. So I'm just saying, if you had a shell of any kind, you needed to fit in the Rubik's Cube holder, we do, of course, do that, as well as the regular Rubik's Cube holder. So these are larger than the regular Rubik's Cube holder. Also, another thing to think about as well is if you wanted to do an effect with a little empty bag over there, and you wanted to be able to put your Rubik's Cube into your little bag and just do a bit of magic with a clear cube. You can also do that, because the Gimmick, or if there was a Gimmick, there was any kind of shell, it might just happen to fit that as well. So yeah, I thought I'd just mention that. And of course, don't forget the brilliant Cube Tube by John Archer. Absolutely brilliant if you've got Rubicon. So yeah, there we go, a couple of extra little bits and bobs there. So that is Rubicon 2.0 apparently. Well, it is, yeah, you heard the review. So we'll get rid of that over there. Oh look, we're clearing out.
We're getting there.
What's this, Alex?
The book. Yes, the book.
No. Well, get rid of those quickly, because yeah. So these are. Tell them. These
are the new Jerry Nuggets, vintage feel, nice colours, yellow, black, and silver.
Yep.
Steel. It's called. I really like this. I like the look of the steel ones, and the yellow ones. So I think they're particularly good. Actually, I'm not a big one for buying anything other than the standard cards that I end up losing and flying away, but actually I think they look really nice spread across the mat, so that's why I was showing them. Well, should we quickly go on to your book review? Do you know what, Alex? I'm actually going to miss your intro, because your main intro on your mum's one is absolutely brilliant. I think we're going to have to somehow bring that in to have your book corner intro. We'll cut it in. Yeah. So yes. Well, if you two talk about that, I'll go find Diminishing Returns. Alrighty. Okay. So False Anchors by Ryan Schlutz. It's a collection of his False Anchors booklets. I say they're booklets. And he did 3 of them, and they were each about £25. So this is cheaper than buying all of his booklets together, but it is still £60, or a bit of shrapnel over that, which is probably the one drawback to this book. So it's not the biggest book in the world. It's probably about 120. It's 100. I think it's 130 pages, but some of that is going to be a full-page photograph with a nice quote. But again, it's not actually packing out all of it, but most of the pages are like that, and you'll see the text is pretty small. So there is quite a lot of information in there, despite the fact it being only 120 odd pages. You get 15 tricks, 6 sleights explained on their own as separate things, but within each trick he does explain other really useful sleights as well. Useful handling of forces and things, not necessarily the most common forces, but very good ones, very good, not difficult stuff. So this is pretty easy. He says his main ambition was to create the tricks as hands-off as possible, and to a large portion I think he has done that. I mean, I think probably the ones I prefer most are the ones that require slightly more sleight of hand. And I'll say sleight of hand, but we're talking I don't know, DLs, double lifts, things like that, forces that are easy and really well explained. So there's nothing that the beginner who is comfortable holding a deck of cards can't do in this. And False Anchors is basically his way of saying that he makes things that are inconsequential appear important, and then when you're doing the dirty stuff, that appears to have nothing to do with the trick, so it flies by. tricks. So I reckon all of the tricks are really, really good. Very fooling, very powerful. They tend to be just quite linear and just, there you go, that's your card. Or it's a straightforward transformation. So yeah, the good variety actually. So transformation. There's one with the rubber bands that I particularly like. I was introduced to rubber bands by J.C. Wagner, and I've always sort of wanted to do a rubber band trick. A little bit of mentalism in there, some matching cards. You get a gimmick as well, by the way, which you'll need for what I think is the best trick in the book. If there was ever a trick that was, I don't know what to say, worth the price of the book on its own.
That's one of the reasons it's so expensive, isn't it? Because of that gimmick. So yeah.
Yeah, and you do need this for the book that's called The Trick with a High Five, I think. I'll find out what it's called, I can't remember. The one with the high five, which is a brilliant trick that you could probably do anywhere. Really good on stage, really good on parlour, really good close up. Some of them are impromptu and will baffle the most experienced of magicians. Some require a bit of preparation. Nothing difficult. I don't really know what to say about it. I mean, I've gone back to it actually. I've gone, oh, that's no way that's worth £60. And then I thought about the tricks, and 3 of them I'm really considering doing, and the others will probably appeal to the amateur hobbyist with a group of friends quite a lot. So it is £60. You're talking £3 or £4 for the trick, each trick. You'll learn some neat little easy sleights. It probably is worth it. It probably is worth it if you think it's going to be up your alley for Ryan Schultz's slightly, but not too difficult, really powerful, amazing tricks. So I mean, you'd fool magicians with half of it. Yeah. Because the methods are quite obscure and quite clever. So I do really like it. I'm just a bit hesitant about the price, but then
meal out for 2 people with a bottle of wine.
Yeah, and you do get the gimmick. I mean, and actually, yeah. I mean, I'm thinking about it. If you bought a couple of only the tricks here, if you bought, a couple of Crimson decks, so actually, it's probably the price of 2 or 3 on your own tricks, isn't it? So thinking about that, it probably is worth it. Yeah. So clever stuff. Really, really good tricks.
I mean, you think about it. You get some, I don't know, killer prediction. You get killer prediction, stand up Monty, and let's say pocket collector, right? Those 3 will work out the same price as that.
Yep.
So that's another way to look at it. Are you buying individual tricks, or you out in the supermarket with a supermarket trolley buying a whole load of stuff in one go?
Yeah. If you're a hobbyist, then I really actually advise you if you try any of the stuff in here, you'll get you'll floor people and you'll be really pleased, because they're easy and fooling, very clever stuff. And
if anyone out there who's watching has the book, let us know, thumbs up or thumbs down, whether you like it or not.
Yeah, especially because some of you might actually have the 1, 2, or 3, the first one when they first came out, so you can give your opinion on it. This is a limited edition as well, though, so it's not going to be there forever. You got it?
Okay, thanks for that, Alex. So very quickly, while you're there, give you that. So this came in, The Shining by James Anthony, good friend of PropDog, we like him, and he's come up with this. I think it's a great little effect, and I think it could be a real good worker. I'm not going to do the whole routine. You get gimmicks in it to do a lot of stuff, but there's a couple of little things you can do that once you've had that card signed, you could do something fairly cool like this. You go 1, 2, and then 3 like that, and then you give that out to be examined, and that is actually on there properly. So yeah, that's quite cool. And then we got Selfie King as well. Selfie King's just arrived. I can kind of show you the gimmicks on this, because you're already seeing them in the trailer. So you have some very cool card gimmicks here with some very cool little prints on them as well. Yeah,
so you
see
him holding a phone.
You see that. Yeah, there's quite a few cool gimmicks on that, and then yeah, there's some other stuff with it as well. So that is Selfie King. So yeah, that's come out. We don't know too much about it at the moment. I haven't read the instructions. I haven't played with it properly yet, but the trailer looks pretty good, and I think it's quite quirky to do. And again, it's one of those things that's really good for social media as well. In this lock-up time, when you're all sat at home, this is something you can do on camera that's going to look good for anyone watching.
And that'll fit in your wallet, wouldn't it? So
yeah,
you can carry it around.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, we got this out to show you as well. We got 3 of these in. So Airborne, there's been loads of versions of Airborne in there, and most of the versions out there were pretty crap. The magnetic one that came out was pretty good, but quite expensive. Isn't available anymore. and we thought we'll find some more. And Murphy's had some more in. They had one that's a beer can, one that's a Coke can, and one that's a Sprite can. So we ordered one of each in. They did send us the wrong ones. Yeah, we sold one of these today to a customer. And while opening to double check what we had, I thought I'd have a quick look at it. And I must admit, I am really, really disappointed with the quality of this. Let's go back over just on there very quickly, just to show you. I don't want to show you too much of the gimmick, but I do want to show you. I mean, just the can itself, if you can see that. See that? It's very dented.
Silver, you can see that.
Yeah, very dented sort of can. Not very well made at all. The gimmick itself, I can't show you the top gimmicks, that would be bad. But yeah, it's really badly made, and the glass as well.
Oh, yeah, the glass.
The glass is just pretty cheap and tacky with a bit of silver stuck on the top there. Do you know what? It wouldn't be so bad if it was priced well, like some of the other gimmicks out there. But guess what? It's about 50. So yeah, it is pretty damn crazy. It's expensive as hell. So we're not going to be stocking this again. If you do want one, get it now, because after we sold these, if we ever sell them, which I'm going to put people off buying, we're never going to stock that again. I should come up with.
You could probably...
I should do a PropDog Airborne. I think I should do this properly, because no one ever does it properly. I think we should do a proper version.
I mean, I think they've battered the can whilst making the gimmick, haven't they? They've held the can.
Yeah, probably in a vice or pliers or whatever. But the whole thing's tackily made. I mean, that on top of there, it's just like a bit of metal foil stuck on top of it. They could have made a nice, neat gimmick to put on top of it. They could have got another can, cut the top off, and put that on it to hide the gimmick. You don't need to do cheap and nasty like that when you're selling it for 50 quid.
It's the most disappointing thing for
me. Yeah, horrible.
But there you go. But we didn't know.
I will create a better version at some point when I get time. Right, so how are we getting on? We've talked about most things, talked about that. Let's go across to Jason again. So Jason is going to be talking about Do As I Do Plumes. So Michael Cooley, this is one for you, my friend. I mean, it's good for adults as well, but it's more of a kids thing, I think. So hello, bonjour, Jason.
Hello guys, Jason here again with another PropDog review this Friday. You lucky, lucky people. Now, a couple of weeks ago, we talked about one of my favourite children's magic routines, and that was the Do As I Do Plumes. The ones that we bought initially were, let's be fair, very cheaply made. They were Mr. Magic brand. I think they retailed for about £15 or something, I can't remember. But they did the job. We've managed to track down the exact ones that I use in my show. Now, these are top notch. Okay, these are not cheap. I think they're about £65, but they will go the distance. So this is my set from my my case, and as you can see, first of all, they're beautiful, really nice, lots of feathers, really lovely, and these are brand new, in brand new condition. I've had this effect for how long, Hannah? 4 years?
Yeah, at least
4 years, and I use it nearly every show, so it must have been used in at least 2 performances. And the quality is really, really good. Much, much better than the version that we had initially. Now, the reason we supply you with 2 different versions is because we understand people have different budgets. If you wanted to try the trick out, the Mr. Magic version is great because it lets you try it with your audience before you decide to upgrade. I cannot recommend these enough, honestly. They are so sturdy, so strong. Kids will drop these on the floor as part of the routine. Not on purpose, but it will happen. And there is not a scratch on these at all. They are phenomenal. These are made in Germany. They are high quality. And just to show you, for those of you that missed the initial routine, what the effect is, you'd give the spectator a feather duster and you'd ask them to insert it inside the tube. They then twist the tube like so, and then you lift up the tube and your duster will be face up while their duster will come out facing down. Really, really funny for both kids and adults, and I've performed it for both kids and adults to great effect. These are the Deluxe Do As I Do Plumes, and I think there's a routine in there from Mel Mellers as well, which is pretty cool. So yeah, they're now available from PropDog. We've only got a few sets in, but if you like them, we hopefully will be able to get some more. They're, I think, $64.99 from the top of my head. I'm not in the shop, so I haven't checked. But yeah, highly, highly recommend. It's one of the things that I use all the time. Thanks very much, guys, and I'll see you when I'm back in the shop. All the best.
Au revoir, Jason. Right, so thank you for that, Jason. Do As I Do Plumes. So diminishing returns, there we are, we found it, we knew we had it somewhere. We do have it here. There's not really a lot to show you unless I open the packet and show you what the gimmick is, but just to show you, we have it here That's what it looks like if you want to buy it from us or whoever else you want to buy it from. Right, let's catch up with some comments. It's been a while. Andrew says, I bought a JOL card sleeve for a package. Oh, done that one already. Daniel Ricks, the Wiser wallet is a huge leap forward in HW style or hip wallet style wallets. Definitely be modern and stylish as well. Yeah, thanks for the
wallet,
review there.
It's a Himba wallet.
No, the Wiser wallet. That's Danny Wiser's new wallet.
Is it not a Himba?
Oh, don't know. I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, I think
that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying thanks for the comments.
I think it's like a locking Himba.
Oh, is it? Oh, I haven't seen it yet, so I don't know. Yeah. Cash is there. Cash says it's also on the PropDog site. You search for Rose 2.0. Cheers, Cash. Steve says Plus Wallet is amazing, and the information and the routines that come with it are worth the money alone. Thanks, Steve. John Gorner says, tell Jason, ask Alexa to open the fridge. Jason, ask Alexa to open the fridge. Alexa, open the fridge. Could be interesting. Nigel says TCC presents new project drops soon. Kickstarter has a link on there. Close-up bag and luxury pad. Luxury pad competition. Brian Robson, can Rubicon 2.0 be used as a weapon to disable opponents with a strike to the groin? Yes, that's a bloody good idea. That's worth the money alone. Yeah. Any dodgy heckler that wants to give a bit of crap? Yeah, Faye Presto style. Do you know that story about Faye?
No.
No. On a plate. Yeah, plastic joint. Yeah. Pissed her off too many times. I think you threw the deck of cards on the floor or something like that, and Faye just slash.
Bless her.
Yeah. Right, that cube in Rubicon looks about as mobile as my nan, and she's been dead for 20 years. That's Sean, man. Thanks, Sean.
Contact Sean for any comedy tips.
Yeah. Getting ready for our trip to Paris, Alex. Okay, I'm sending you guys to a road trip.
Oui, bon ami. Yes.
PropDog John Allen says, PropDog. Ottar says, great review, Jason. It's the first time I've ever seen you get to review anything without Dave going bananas and distracting you. What are you saying? Daniel says, yes, Ryan Shocks. Finley says, Cube Tube by John Archer. Isn't it John Allen? Yeah, John Allen, yeah.
You must have said John Archer by mistake.
Oh, did I? Oh, sorry. It's because someone mentioned John Archer earlier on. I was just, my mind ticking over. Losing it, old age. Adrian says, what are the colourful things on the floor in front of the counter?
Secret. He can't afford them. Can't afford them. Yeah,
Secret. So they are playing cards. Okay, so let me just show people here. Do you want to pick up the close camera? Right, so, hang on. Ooh, what's happening there? So those, that's your hand. There we go, down there. So, do you want to see how long this cable is?
Build up.
So this should be long enough. Right, so these are playing cards, just regular playing cards, as well as a Sherpa that's falling off there for whatever reason. And those cards are on the floor because those cards fell off this wall. Okay, so we have an absolute nightmare on this wall. Come close over here, look, and have a look. Yeah. So what happens, we put the cards on the wall, and for whatever reason, they just fall off. Like, these tabs are absolutely useless. You can see one here, look. See that just started to hang off. Okay, they are bloody useless. We've tried every kind of hang tab you can imagine, and they just keep falling off. So these cards here are all the cards that have fallen off there since the beginning of the lockdown. Yeah, crazy. So we have a lot of cards. So what we're doing, we are designing our own little trays on the laser cutter. We're taking that off, screwing it on, and we'll have these trays will clip on the wall, go down, and then hold all the cards upright in a tray this way around here, so they're no longer hanging. So when you get your cards, if the hang tab is gone, you know why the hang tab is gone. Some of them come with a hang tab already. If it's a bit sticky on the back, it's because it's fallen off. So some of these ones, it's a bit sticky where it's fallen off. We apologise for that. So yeah, should we show them some stuff here? Let's show them over here. This is our bookcase over here. Loads of little books. We've got more books on the other bookcase over there as well. What we've got down here. So we just got random stuff over here. Jeff Taylor's Unbelievable.
That was pretty when it came out.
Yeah, it's still pretty. Yeah, Deck Sealer. We've got the TKO. What's that? Family Values. That's good. White Star, great trick, amazing. Lots of stuff around here. Look. What's good that no one's Airtight. Jay Sankey's Airtight, classic from the past. People forgot about that. Brilliant.
And Sideswipe.
Sideswipe, brilliant. Yes, I'm announcing Sideswipe. These are some of the stuff that you guys are missing out on because you're only buying the latest stuff out there. Get some of the original stuff. Skin and Monty, absolutely brilliant. What else we got that's really good? Justified, pretty good. Sugar Rush, brilliant Sugar Rush. If you like kind of like the 11p trick, that's brilliant with that one. In fact, let me show you this. If you haven't seen the Sugar Rush gimmick, it's brilliant. It's underestimated actually.
And what's the name of the guy who did it? He's
James Brown or the Petrix?
No. Flat. Is it flat? Is it?
I don't know, but basically, look at these. These are amazing little shells. So you can show these really, really clearly. I think I've got the wrong way around over there. So you can do your kind of 11p trick. You put it in your pocket, come back over, it's over there again. You do it again, and you get that one again. You put it in your pocket, and it's there again. So yeah, and then afterwards you get to give them out a bar of chocolate. So that is Sugar Rush. Comes with loads of stickers. You can buy these in loads of shops all over the place.
Actually, I must say, I was worried about being able to get those chocolates when I bought it.
Yeah,
but
you
can get them really easily in the new American candy shops. Everywhere.
Cups and balls, more tricks, more books over here. We've got all kinds of larger stuff over here. Over here we've got Penguin Drawers, Illusionist, Alakazam, Paul Harris Presents, Magic Teo, Cups and Balls Drawers, Comedy and Gags, Pen-related, Double Cross, Refills, Escapology, Toppets, Jumbo Rings, Ring on String, High Static Glass, Egg Related. There's too many to go on. There's hundreds and hundreds.
Everything. Gum related.
Loads of drawers over there. Gum related, free show game, money related, Rubik's Cube related, phone related, wallets, coins, thumb tips, all kinds of stuff. Matchbooks, coins, squeakers. These are all cards over here. Just all every single drawer, different cards. One-way force decks. Different decks, Penguin, Theory 11 cards, Phoenix decks, everything around there. We've got loads over here. Loads of stuff, more stuff up here. And of course, we've got all the stuff over here. This is what a shop that's full of stock looks like.
All the DVDs.
All my category. We've got animation, levitation, bazaar and Halloween, business related, coin magic, children's magic, cups and balls, and chop cup drinks related, dove magic, escapology, fire and smoke, gambling, magic with holes, juggling, manipulation, money magic, mentalism, metal bending, pen related, pickpocketing, ring related, rope related, Rubik's, rubber bands, Rubik's Cube, sponge magic, silk magic, stage magic, thumb chips, toppets, torn and restored. And over here you've got card magic, which is instructional on DVDs only. This is card magic, including gimmicks. And this is just all random stuff that doesn't fit in the categories.
Stuff, yeah.
More stuff over here, more stuff up there. Got some Illusionist DVDs up there, some Theory 11 stuff over here. All the Greater Magic video libraries. Next to John Archer's.
They're really good. A lot of people. Classic stuff by some of the greats.
Brilliant stuff. Some brilliant Charlie Miller stuff. Tom Mulliker in there. We've got loads of Tom Mulliker impromptu stuff. Some more impromptu magic over there. Don Allen's great. Billy McComb, Paul Daniels, Juan Tamarez, Dick Ryan, some of the great people. Most of the young guys have no idea who these people are, and these are the heroes of magic who invented the basic principles that most of you are all using now in your new latest and greatest tricks.
We've got a DVD player on TV, so you can actually watch, have a little sneak preview of what you're going to buy.
Yep, so yeah, we've got all kinds of stuff, and there's plenty more as well, and not to mention all the stuff stored downstairs, the stuff stored over there, look, and then the JOL wall, and God knows how much over there, yeah.
There we go. So,
in answer to your question, Adrian, yeah, they're playing cards, mate. There we are, all that, just for that. But it's good for you guys to see the shop and see what we do. And I like the idea of having the camera on the little mobile. Yeah, it's better with two people. Yeah. Right, okay. One take. Says Jason. Josh says, what's the best trick for guessing phone passwords or passwords? There is a Pete Turner download on getting somebody's PIN, which is actually apparently really good, one of his better things. And you can find that, just search for Pete Turner and phone, I think you'll find that. Other than that, I really don't know, I'm afraid, Josh.
Michael Murray's got one for a PIN, which is really, really good and really effective. Yeah, I don't know much else.
No, I hate phone magic. I blank out when I hear phone magic. Sorry, guys, I'm just too old. Sebastian Blickley says, enjoying a nice glass of Swedish whiskey and truly enjoying and I'm truly enjoying the live. Great book review, Alex.
Swedish whiskey? I know there's Japanese whiskies out there, and we've got the guy in Edinburgh. I guess he's probably drinking a glass of 80 shillings as well as having some whiskey.
Alex, would you like to have enjoy a glass of whiskey? We got some or we got some monkey shoulder. Yeah, we can enjoy a glass of whiskey too. Sebastian hasn't got to be the only one doing it.
What do you think's in my cup, Dave?
You had a pint of that earlier. I mean, that was full when we got here this morning. Hang on, so was that one, Alex? Oh, bloody hell. Right, Sean Mann says, Josh, check out Code Breaker by Michael Murray and Greg Wilson. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Michael Murray is really... so I'm not I'm not a great mentalist by any means.
Yeah.
But his methods are just, they work for me.
She wants to get up. What are you doing?
Come on.
I just want to play. Come on up.
Ow.
Right.
Go on,
up.
Yeah, so I mean, Mind FX is his stuff. He doesn't sell it for anyone else, but certainly if you're going to try anything like combinations, his solution, which he's got for the Rubik's Cube, is really good, which is like a download for £10 or something. But I mean, it's well worth checking out his website. He's a bit of a brilliant guy.
Awesome. Well, there you go. There's your answer. Paul Sunderland, liking Action Cam. Yeah, it's good, isn't it? We should definitely do that more.
Action Cam, that's a good. I like it.
We'll switch across to the Action Cam. We'll have to get a bigger extension lead so we can go all the way down. Excuse me, downstairs. In fact, I think that works over Wi-Fi as well. I think it does. Try it.
Right then, this time next week. Well, we've got to show off. We'll have to show the new stand.
I'm unplugging the cable. Apparently, it works over. I've not tried it over Wi-Fi. I'm not sure if I can just switch straight over to it. If that will work. If it does, that's cool. Let me just try this, guys. Oh, it is as well. Look at that.
Look at that.
There you go.
That's a magic trick, but it'll make you
Do
feel
you know
better.
What? Actually, I thought without the actual cable we'd lose loads of quality, but that's actually really good, isn't it? I'm impressed with that.
We'll run downstairs next time then, can't we? And show.
Well, there you go, guys. Yeah, that works over Wi-Fi, so we've got even more flexibility. Yeah, it's one less cable. Yay.
Yeah. So if you haven't seen downstairs, that's where the workshop is. Yeah. And more stock that doesn't fit, the bigger stuff.
We've done a few tours down there. We'll have to show them across. We've got a warehouse 2 doors down as well, which is just stacked full to the bring of all kinds of projects. Ongoing, offgoing, and stock and all kinds of stuff as well. So, and it is a proper warehouse. I mean, some people have a warehouse that stuff is in the warehouse. It's not properly in the warehouse. We have a proper warehouse. Well, not our warehouse. We lease space from somebody else.
Our warehouse takes 2 minutes to get to, not 2 days, basically.
Less than that. 20 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Frank's there. Hello, Frank in Florida. He says, "Hi guys, sorry I'm late. I'll watch a replay later." You missed so much, Frank, and there's no replay. Sorry, mate. Sean Max says, "Cheers, Dave. I was looking at the Airborne, but changed my mind." Yeah, change your mind. Save your money. Honestly, don't buy it. It's, Pete Donnelly says, "Just joined. What's tacking, mate? What's tacking? What do you mean? What's tacking?"
I know. That's sewing, I think.
Maybe that's an army term that I meant to know, but I don't know because I'm Marines. Like tabbing, because the army called tabbing, but being a Marine, we don't use tabbing.
Is that walking, counting your miles or something?
Yeah, well, it's kind of, we call it yomping. So if I say to the army guys yomping, they don't know what I mean. If they say tabbing to us, we're not going to know what they mean. I suppose they do probably know, but yeah. So what's tacking? Or what's tackling? Maybe it's tackling somebody with a Rubicon.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh, we do get on. Yeah, it's all friendly. Yeah. Charlie Robinson says,
check out Peter's work.
Peter's work. Yeah, use loads of his material. Yeah, excellent. Thank you, Charlie. Ronnie says, gutted, laugh aloud. It was me that bought one. Was it you, Charlie? Oh, that's right, Ronnie. I knew somebody bought one. Ronnie, if you don't like it, mate, send it back. We'll refund you. Because honestly, I don't like it at all. I knew somebody bought one earlier. I didn't realise it was you, mate. So yeah, just send it back if you don't like it. Honestly, we'll refund you. No questions asked.
Wish we'd opened it sooner.
Yeah, Ronnie was... I knew Ronnie was the one we refunded. You were the first one to buy the fidget flight.
Yeah, I think because that's where it was combined with the fidget one, so we were all a bit busy sorting the fidget out.
Jason, did your wife cut your hair? Ooh, fighting talk. Get your Rubicon out, Jason. Simon Cartwright, just a quick hello and praise for a great show full of content. Thanks. You're most welcome, Simon. Yeah, it's good to have people back because we can get more done. Stuff that I never had the time to do on my own, we can now do with people back. And once everybody's back, it'll be even better. So, yeah, and we will continue to get better for you as long as we can. Jonas says, the best looking and best working Do As I Do plumes I found was made by Curtain Flowers. They used to be based in Denmark but moved to France, where I unfortunately lost track of them, so I don't know if they are still making them. They also had the best feather flowers. Well, Jonas, I'm sure if anybody out there knows, they're going to put a little post up here telling you. Freddie says, interesting question. What's your favourite trick that doesn't use your hands? For example, self-tying shoelace. Oh, God, Freddie.
Doesn't use your hands.
Favourite that doesn't use your hands? Well, I don't perform any that doesn't use my hands, so it wouldn't be a favourite trick. But yeah, what an interesting question.
I don't know if it counts. I do a human lottery ball thing where I've got one of those big balloons over my head with lots of balls. So I guess that uses my mouth.
Well, I know an effect where you give somebody a pack of cards and you just basically tell them what to do. Yes. But you can do this over the phone as well. So you can literally phone somebody up, say, get a pack of cards and do this. That's all right. But yeah,
I think you're talking more sort of like
very specialised, isn't it? I don't know. I'd have to put something. I'd have to look around and see what's around and see what I remember. I don't remember. Nothing comes to me.
Join us next week.
Yeah. Right.
Join us next
There's
week.
a challenge.
Jason will have lots of details.
Don't know, mate. Adrian Tritton says La Proptienne. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Speaking of French, I love bonsalopes, because if you do speak any French, then you'll know what bonsalopes are. So bonsalopes, obviously the envelopes, bonsalopes, called because my surname is Bonsall, so people naturally started calling them bonsalopes. I think it was Stephen Baker and his friends who coined the name first of all, bonsalopes, and it stuck. But yeah, in French, bonsalopes means what? Break it down.
Bon, good.
Yeah. Salopes.
Salopes.
S-A-L-O-P-E-S. Slopes. Your French isn't that good, no?
Slopes. No.
Slopes means bitches or whores. Or hookers. Yeah. So
why wasn't that in my GCSE?
I know, yeah. So bonsalopes in French means good bitches or good sluts. Yeah. And the amount of people I got in France saying, do you know what this means in France? I'm saying, yeah, it's good, isn't it? And they said, you should change it. I'm like, no way. I like having good bitches. Yeah, there you go. Right. Oh, Jason says, mate, you've got no idea. Scott says, by the way, Dave, my daughter says hi. Nicolas Cage. Oh, hi there, Scott's daughter.
Very good, pretty close.
Jonas says, can't hear you without a mic, Dave. Oh, okay, so my little wonder, they might not have heard everything. That's interesting. I think there's a mic on the iPhone I can switch on and off. So if I go to iPhone there, it's on iPhone. No, I saw a mic thing come up on the phone there earlier, and that maybe when it was plugged in then. Maybe it was plugged in, it was a mic. Okay, interesting. I'll just have to shout, or you can follow me around with the microphone, Alex. Yeah, we'll look into that. But it's good to know. We can always mime when we go mobile. Andy says, you should review the older stuff, Dave, and watch it sell. Yeah, I keep saying, Andy, all the time that we were going to do a little blast from the blast section. We started doing it some time ago, didn't we?
I think we should. The
problem is finding the time to do this all, because it may seem like, yeah, we've got time to sit here and do a live, but just finding the time to do this live is crazy. I mean, we're nice and relaxed now, but before the live, we're running around trying to get everything done. It's so much time. We don't have the time to sit down and say, right, let's get something out. And let's learn it and let's do it, because learning a trick and performing it one left to dem for you guys can take 3 or 4 hours. I mean, I wouldn't like to get a trick out and just dem it and just murder it, because what would be the good of that? And I could just give you a verbal review of it after looking at it, but then again, what's the fun in that? It's no different to watching a trailer. It's better to have somebody who's just picked it up, just learnt it, and giving you an honest review of what it was like, how easy it was to learn, and what I think it would be like in a real situation. If the situation ever comes where we have more time, by all means we'll do it. And it's not worth me paying the staff to learn it, because we don't get enough walk-in customers. I mean, yes, we're a physical walk-in shop, but even before the lockdown, on a good day, we may only get 10 customers walking in. You know, 99% of all the orders are still online. So it's not worth paying staff £10 an hour to go and spend 4 or 5 hours learning a trick and mastering it to dem, on the off chance that they might sell 1 or 2, and it might take 10 years to make back the money off that one trick.
We do it for the love, Dave. You know.
Well, if you want to take it home and like you do the book reviews, you take the books home and learn in your own time, and that's good. But you shouldn't have to do that working here. So,
no, but it's
I appreciate it.
It's an important thing. But I think I could do. I mean, Sideswiped. I used to do. It was one of the very first things. Not one of sort of a standalone trick that I bought, other than a book or video. It's brilliant, it's brilliant and it's easy. So I can certainly do things like that. I'll try and put a list together and I'll see if we can come up with. Yeah, there are something. Some absolutely blinding tricks out there, and DVDs up there. I mean, I'm a keen fan of some of these older DVDs, even things like the International Magic Selection DVDs down there. You know, she wants to play with you, doesn't she? She does. Yeah, there is so much gold dust out there that have been completely forgotten, and people say, oh, you know, I'm going to buy this latest trick for £100, where for £20 you can buy a DVD with somebody's life work on it. You know, it's a no-brainer. Chris says, Dave, are you still not letting anyone in yet? I understand if not. No, officially, Chris, we're not allowed to be open. We are a non-essential shop. Okay, so if we're a food shop or a DIY shop, yes, we could open, but being a magic shop, we're non-official, so by law, we're not allowed to open yet. I'm trying not to go. Yeah, come on. Come on. You want to play with Alex, don't you? What is it? You want to come up? You want to come up? What is it? You like to play with them, don't you? You like to play. Yeah. So officially, we're not allowed to open. As soon as we are officially allowed to open, of course, we will be opening again. But people are more than welcome to place an order, choose pick up from store, and come and pick it up. We've had that several times. We've had 3 people today already just come and knock on the door, and we've given them the products, and off they go again. A bit like a takeaway.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Oh, and that sounds like Robert Van Buren coming in. So is that you, Robert?
He's got his own bell.
Mr. Van Buren.
He's got his own bell.
Oh, you're 15 minutes early. So hang on a minute. We can literally hang on a minute. And there we are. Mr. Van Buren's coming in with a little face mask. There we are. How are you? And got gloves on. Yeah. So yeah, stay at 2 meters apart. That's 2 meters behind us. Yeah. So that's the 2 meters there. So do you want to sort Robert out very quickly, and I'll just finish up on here.
What was it, Robert? Well, I've forgotten what it was.
Right, so, right, Tim Shady says, can hardly hear you from there. Bring the microphone with you when walking around. Yeah, we've, yeah, that was some time ago. We'll make sure we do that, guys. Jonas says, those Great Magic DVDs are great. They are amazing, Jonas. Thank you for the backup there. Nice to see you again, Robert. Take care, mate. Finley says, post at 5:20. Just received my mask. Great quality. Oh, hey. 5:20 for the post. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the masks are great, aren't they, Finley? They fit perfect as well. Ken says, thanks for the tour. Once one of the best looking shops I've seen. So well organised. Love it. Thank you, Ken. Yeah, maybe one day we'll just do nothing but a live tour. We'll go through all the drawers. We don't have to do it as a Friday live. We could do it maybe as a pre-live show, and we'll spend an hour just going through showing everybody what's in the drawers, because there's some little gems in there hidden away that you may never find on the website unless you've got 2 or 3 hours to spare. So yeah, always worth doing. Chris says, seeing those knocks reminded me I was going to get a Shimlin deck. Finley says, Pete Turner teaches passcode divination at his table lecture. It's only £7. There you go. Thanks, Finley. Nick says, can't find the Plus wallet on your site, anyone? Really? Try Googling Plus Wallet, Nick. That should come up pretty easily on that one. Macamara is nice. Swedish whiskey. Oh, thanks.
Macamara. Yeah. Okay. I think that's in the post to us right now.
Paul Fleming says, check out Calculated Risk by Michael Murray. Bobo, fuss me. Yeah, she just wants to play or fuss, don't you? All the time, constantly. Paul Sunderland says, second Michael stuff is... or second Michael stuff, great thinker. Damn straight, I like a wee nip of whiskey, says Sandy. Chris, JOL, list Nick. Timmy Taylor says, Rosie says hello. Hello, Rosie. Hope all is well. Hope you're practicing your magic. Matthew Colley says, always love a bit of tabbing. That last one saw Rosie. She was dressed up as a elf. Yes.
Oh, that was a picture.
That was funny, yeah. With Santa... No, it was me sitting on Santa's knee, wasn't it? Yeah, I remember. Yeah. Cheers, guys, says Ronnie. Adrian says, Dave, have you watched any of the SES Who Dares celebrity version? It's been quite amusing. Katie Price didn't enjoy the experience. I don't watch it, actually. Those kind of things really wind me up. Yeah, any ex-military person will hate watching those. Look No Hands by Wayne Dobson is a great book and uses other people's hands.
That's true.
Yeah.
Is that one that got Echo in it? Echo's really good. I don't.
Eddie Grant says, joke. Guy takes his dog to a vet. Vet tells him he needs new paws. Guy says, give me 5 minutes. Comes back with 4 empty bean cans. Vet asks, what are they for? Guy says, my dog's paws you're removing. Have you heard it? Well, my dog's not been down your street. I don't get that one. It's the way it's read. I need to read that properly. Guy says, give me 5 minutes. Come back with 4 empty bean cans. Vet asks, what are they for? Guy says, my dog's paws you're removing. Have you heard it? Well, my dog's not been down your street. Did you get that?
I guess it's because the dog's got cans on his feet. He's making a knot. I don't know. I'm not sure.
I think it's the way it's read. I need to sort of read that. Different context. Sorry, Eddie. I'm sure it's a good joke, but I just kind of.
We'll get the timing down. We'll get the...
We need you to send us a video of you saying it with the proper timing and pauses so we get it. Hookers for my JOL. Absolutely. Good hookers. Heard it all. Fine, says Andy Tingley. Freddie says, bought my WoW 3 gimmick. It's fantastic. I believe the WoW gimmick is one of your most underrated tricks in Magic and should be used much more. Yeah, absolutely. I've done several pieces of it on live shows. It's in my lecture. It's on my my instruction DVDs for the Ring Flight and the Plus Wallet as well. So yeah, I highly recommend WoW gimmick. Worth the money. Don't buy the cheap ones. They're terrible compared to it. Andy Tingley says, I'm willing to do your old reviews and send them back afterwards. Nuno Rodriguez says, the levitation device by Jerry. Any idea when back in stock again? Soon, Nuno. They've been made. They've been waiting in India for about 2 months now during the lockdown. They can't be shipped, so they're all made, just waiting to be shipped. But we can't organise it until India is off lockdown, and then we can get back to normal again. John Gorner says, watch your hand, Alex. Bobo will have it. Yeah, she's basically tried to chase Alex's hand. It's like when you dangle a ball for a cat. she's just like, she's trying to get it all the time, isn't she? You do that with a finger and she chases it all over the place.
She's just destroyed my shoelaces.
Yeah, yeah, she likes that. I'll hang on as I'd like to meet. Says Chris, Robert Van Buren. Well, we've seen him already. Yeah. Thanks, Dave and Alex.
Oh, like the car.
Like the car, Dave.
That's
thank
something
you, Robert.
we can show. We can
show off my little car, can't we? Yeah. In fact, I'm just wondering whether.
Oh, look, Adrian Trent's got a good idea. We could film a customer searching through the shop to see what they find and what they're interested in.
That's not a bad idea. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, coming in, Adrian, we'll film you. There we go. So, in fact, no, you won't be able to see on here. Adrian says, a film a customer searching through the shop. Oh, yeah. Andrew says, I'm off now. Cheers, guys. Enjoy your long weekend, Dave. I will do. Thanks, Andrew, and you have a good one too. Noise from Tins.
Oh, noise from Tins. So it's about this dog's got hands on his feet already. So have you heard it? You haven't been down my street, so you'd hear the dog. We've got it now. Right. But unfortunately,
I was the joke was in the pause. I was thinking about pause because you kept putting lines in, and I thought the lines were meant to be a pause.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah. See, you should always tell a good joke and not read it. Yeah. Rob Jane, thanks guys. Have a fine weekend. I'll be really keen on a golden oldie section recommendation. Yeah, we will do that. We should have a section on the website as well. Yeah, golden oldies. Yeah. Hope you all have a great night, weekend, and week. Thank you, Walter. Ronnie Hay says, "What is One Direction?" What is One Direction? Have you not seen One Direction?
Oh,
okay.
You've asked, haven't you?
One Direction is a magic wand, Ronnie. So if there's any kids watching, do not look at One Direction. It is the adult-rated magic wand. Let's get out of its
You had to ask, didn't you?
You had to ask, Ronnie. Ronnie probably knows what it is. He's just saying, so I'll do it. That's your magic wand, Ronnie. Isn't it good? Do you like a magic wand? Do you like it big? Do you like it hard? Do you like it long? Cool. How mine for me. There you go. So that's One Direction. It's the very adult-rated penis wand. See that? Clips in like that. Once you pull it back, you can then just clip the ball sack in place like that, and that'll fit nicely in your back pocket until you need it, or whenever you want to do. Just push down. It unclips. One.
Clip the ball sack.
There you go.
That's
right, that's it. So, PropDog Supermarket Sweep, says Nigel. Okay, so we're caught up with everything now. We are well over time. This is the longest live show we have ever done. 1 hour and 40 minutes.
I was going to give a tip on the one-handed top pump, but never mind.
What a shame. Do you want to save it for next week?
Save it for next week, if you're interested.
We're turning into the Joe Rogan show here. We'll be doing 3-hour ones soon, and then getting paid 20 million to go over to Spotify. I wish. There we go. Right, guys, enjoy your long weekend. Have a great one. I hope you enjoyed the show. Lots of content this time. Thank you for staying with us for the entire time. If you did, if you checking out early and you're watching this on YouTube later on, thank you for catching up. If you didn't, you missed some good stuff. So right, yeah, we will see you all. Well, you'll see us all next week. And
long weekend.
Hang on, very quickly. Ken says, quick joke. I went to the worst zoo ever. It only had one animal. It was a dog. It was a Shih Tzu. Hey, now that's a good joke. Yeah, there we go. Cheers, guys. I'll leave you on that. Have a good one, and we will see you next Friday. Bye.